There isn't someone more reputable in the Liverpool transfer space than Paul Joyce. The journalist has spoken and provided us with some massive transfer news on lots of different areas. In today's video, we will discuss this, all whilst going over all of the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video, but first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Firstly though, Liverpool now know when they will make the trip to Plymouth for their FA Cup 4th round tie, with the date and kick-off time now confirmed. Arne Slot's side were drawn against the Championship side after securing their place in the 4th round with a 4-0 win over League Two's Accrington Stanley. It means another long trip to the South Coast for supporters who have already made the trek to Southampton twice and Brighton, and have Bournemouth to come on February 1st. Home Park is playing host for the 4th round tie, and the meeting will take place on Sunday, February 9th, kicking off at 3 PM GMT. The match will be shown live on ITV in the UK. Plymouth are bottom of the Championship, and Myron Muslick is their new manager after Wayne Rooney was sacked on New Year's Eve. The last time Liverpool played the Pilgrims was in 2017, when the Reds won a replay at Home Park thanks to a rare Lucas Leiva goal after the Anfield tie finished 0-0. The only two players who were involved in the first team setup then and now are Trent Alexander-Arnold and Joe Gomez. Liverpool's 600-mile round trip to Plymouth will follow the League Cup semi-final second leg against Tottenham at Anfield, February 6th, and precede the rearranged Merseyside derby, February 12th. It is a fixture that Slot will be expected to rotate in, as he did against Accrington Stanley, as the Reds have just one free midweek between now and the end of February. As stated in the intro, there isn't many more reputable in the space than Paul Joyce. He has provided an update on multiple areas on the club's transfer front. So firstly, whilst the Milos Kerkez story is floating around, this is what Paul Joyce had to say. The sporting director, Richard Hughes, will already be assessing left-back options, primarily as Andrew Robertson will soon turn 31, with Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez among those being considered. Following this, he also provided an update on Koeman Kelleher, saying, Koeman Kelleher will look to leave given the arrival of Georgi Mamardashvili. The journalist also confirmed this month will be quiet, however said this about the summer. It is starting to feel like an important summer of squad tinkering. Then finally confirmed there is interest in Darwin Nunez in Saudi Arabia, saying, Saudi interest in Darwin Nunez is genuine. Firstly, let's discuss Milos Kerkez. Rumours about the Hungarian have been floating about for the past few weeks, but nothing more has really been said. It seems to be more of a case of it being a signing that is convenient and makes sense, rather than there being any concrete developments in the situation. Paul Joyce backs this theory up in what he has said. Kerkez is being monitored, but we probably have 5 to 10 other left-backs being monitored also. However, £50 million for an incredibly promising player like Kerkez seems like a steal. He's young, Premier League proven, and has a vast amount of experience playing in different countries, highlighting his ability to adapt to change. With Robertson dropping in form, fans are beginning to cry out for a new left-back. I think we can all agree Milos Kerkez seems the best option. Moving on to Kelleher, I think it comes as no surprise to anyone that the Irishman will be looking for the exit door once Georgi Mamardashvili arrives. Kelleher has been an incredibly solid backup option for Liverpool, and has had some incredibly strong games while filling in for the injured Alisson. It will be sad to see Kelleher leave, but he could definitely find first-team football at a good level elsewhere, so makes no sense him sticking around at Anfield to play minimal games. Finally, let's talk about Nunez. Arguably one of the most frustrating players to watch, yet he's undoubtedly loved by fans. It's such a shame he's never been able to find some serious form at Liverpool. The Uruguayan forward came to Liverpool in 2022 for a fee of £85 million. With so much pressure from the price tag, Nunez struggled to live up to expectations, causing frustration within the fan base. What is most frustrating is Nunez seems to score the opportunities you don't expect him to, but fluff the ones you expect him to score. It's upsetting to see the move hasn't worked out, but it will be good for the club to recuperate some of the funds for him if a substantial bid from Saudi is made. But what are your thoughts on the most recent Paul Joyce news? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching so far. I hope you are enjoying the video. If you are, please like the video and subscribe to the channel to join our fast-growing community of Liverpool fans. Thank you, let's get into the next story. Staying on the topic of Nunez, Arne Slot has stated, I haven't managed to bring the best out of Darwin Nunez yet. Arne admits he is yet to bring the best out of Darwin Nunez, explaining that Liverpool's number 9 is still working on how to be effective against a low block. Nunez could be brought back into the starting lineup as Liverpool visit Brentford on Saturday, which would come after a run of 5 games without a goal. The Uruguayan has found the back of the net just once in his last 12 appearances, that being against Southampton in the Carabao Cup, and he subsequently lost his place up front to Luis Diaz. But with Diaz ill in the build-up and Diogo Jota picking up a knock, Nunez may be called upon at the G-Tech, with Slot insisting he has not lost faith. Speaking before the trip to West London, however, Liverpool's head coach admitted he has not yet figured out how to bring the best out of his centre-forward. When things are not perfect, there are always a lot of things that are being brought up that don't have so much to do with what is going on, he told reporters, including the Mail's Lewis Steele. Darwin is a striker we have to use in a certain way, and we were not able yet to bring the best out of him this season. Against Accrington Stanley again, you saw that he has a lot of pace, but unfortunately for him, most teams sit back a lot against us. If you look back at the goals he scored for us, I remember the one against Villa when he went around the goalkeeper on a fast break. That is his main strength. He has other qualities as well, but we are still working on getting him in the best possible positions against the low block. That involves the right timings, the right crosses, the right position to start from, and making the right run. However, Slot also claimed that the way Nunez is handled by opposition defenders has reduced how effective he can be, hinting that referees are too lenient. I also see, and I don't know if other people see this, the way teams defend our number 9 is something you have to give credit to the other teams for, he continued. It's never here, Darwin. You can score. Every time we put in a cross, I see a defender all over him. I see it. Referees unfortunately don't. It's more difficult to score against a team like Forest because every time we had a chance, they had 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 players in the box. Slot did, though, maintain his view that Darwin will score his goals. He already did, and he will again. It's great to see Slot being transparent about Darwin Nunez. He is aware the striker hasn't been up to standard, and he's honest about it, highlighting that Nunez hasn't figured out how to play and be effective against the low block. A big issue, seeing as though most teams play that set up against us, like Slot mentioned. However, Slot also mentioned the increased physicality from defenders when they're up against Darwin Nunez, which is something everyone sees, yet never seems to be brought up. Nunez is often manhandled by opposition defenders, yet nothing gets done about it and is hardly ever even spoken about. Defenders clearly do it because they understand how much of a threat Nunez can be, with his explosive pace and how lethal he can be in front of goal. Defenders don't want to take that risk. Nunez can often be hot-headed and easy to aggravate, so defenders will do this to also get a reaction from the Uruguayan. However, Nunez is now in his 3rd season at Anfield, and after scoring no more than 11 goals in a single Premier League season, it's difficult to see the striker producing anything more in the near future. There's been very little adaptation or improvement, and it might just be the case that Nunez is simply not cut out for the league. Maybe it's time we listen to the noise coming from Saudi and look to recuperate some of the investment. Let me know your thoughts on Nunez down in the comments, but that is all for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Liverpool content. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.